this video we are going to talk about the database naming courses. So concerning here about the database name and table name, how to provide a name to your database depends on what. So you have to look to your question paper. Say for example we have such table like this one, then one word can give you a sense how to name your database. So this database or this table talking about flight, and there is client or customers and the rest. But this database is regarding about flight booking. So this is could be your database name. So you have to grasp that, you have to get this idea from the table. Okay, so the database name you have to give you some of sense. Like for example, if you are talking about the student information, or if I have a student information table, then I can give the name to my database as SIS. If there is a supermarket, then I can give a name to that database as X supermarket, Lulu supermarket, or whatever. If you are talking about bookshop, then that is B bookshop, or your name plus a bookshop database. If you are talking about showroom cars, if you are talking about employees, that could be HR, such way like this. So the database name should be generic, that is general name. Okay, and all of the students, they have to follow the same name. So how can I differentiate this student from that student? Unless you have to add your student ID, then I cannot differentiate between them, right? Then the database name within our course have to be sensible name plus your ID. Not write your name, specific name like Fatma, like Ali, like, don't do it. So we need the general name. We need to test your knowledge. We need to test your skills. This is the idea and this is the point. And when we move to the second point within this class, again, that is table name. Actually, table name give us the idea to give our database name. So now it is simply to get the table or to suggest a suitable name for your table by the same way. So this is information regard whom? Regard the flight. So the flight information could be a suitable name to your table name. Such way I'm giving a suitable name to my table as well. So if we have a data talk about the students, so it could be student information table. If we have an HR database, then I'm talking about the employee information, and I'm storing that within my table. If I'm talking about food items or supermarket, it will be items table. If I'm talking about bookshop, that will be books information table, like that, or simply books table, and things will be fine with you. Now the major challenge within your table, you have to decide the data type. And when we talk about the data type, then we talk about the field size. There is two parameters, or there is two things to decide your data types or field size. The data type first of all, plus the field properties. Two things that will decide your field size. We have set of data types within our Access, but we will not use all of them, or no need for us to use all of them. So I'm giving you over here some examples and which suitable data types to use. Remember this word suitable. Suitable database name, suitable table name, suitable data type. Got it? Then, for example, if you are talking about IDs within our table, so that ID could be auto number, data type, and the field properties, keep it as it is. Please don't touch it, don't change it for any reason. Keep it long integer. Okay, so if you decide such field as an auto number, data type. So when you are entering your data, no need to take a headache because it will be entered for you automatically. So yes, you have to move to the second column, to the second field when you decide an auto number. Please don't touch the field size for any reasons, please. And the data will be entered to you automatically, so no need to worry about it. And for example, if you don't like to go for that, you have to enter the data by yourself as a number. In such case, your data type have to be a number. But what about the field properties? Depends on the size, the number of the digits, the length of your number. If like this one, or the second example, this one, means how many digits do you have to store it or to save it within that column. If it is up to 5 digits, then that is will be integer. So more than 5, then it have to be a long integer. Okay, why I have to select integer and when I have to select long integer? Selecting integer from 1 to 5 to utilize the storage of your database. More than 5, if you are decided as integer and you have such length, then if you select integer, then it will not be sufficient for you to store such number. That means maximum of 5 digits will be stored for you. So you have to change it to long integer from the field properties inside your design view of your table. So be wise and utilize your storage whenever there is such short number. No need to go for long integer, change it to integer. And whenever you have such length of a number, if you decide it as an integer, then it is not sufficient for you. That is why you have to keep it as long integer. So when you decide an ID as number, then you are in between two choices. Got it? That is either it will be integer and when it have to be, or long integer and again when it have to be. Got it? Then in any cases, if you have anything rather than digits within your ID, you have no other choice rather than to select it as short text. Short text to provide anything rather than a digit. For example, alphabetic or this underscore or hyphen, whatever, then you will not be able to store that data unless you decided from the beginning your data type have to be of types short text. The most important, utilizing your storage. Then you have to get down and to select the suitable field size. And as we said before, that is multiplied 5, that is 5, that's 10, that's 15, that's 20 by this one. Got it? So this is all the cases regard our ID. And if we get back to our examples within this table, if I'm selecting the flight number, then you don't have others choice rather than short text. Why? We have number over here that is mixed with what? This hyphen, mixed with what? Mixed with the alphabetic, so you don't have other choice rather than to select it short text plus field size. That is important. Okay, so if we come to the client ID, for example, it is a number, it is a set of digits. Yes, of course. Now if it is a number, then we have one of two options, that's integer or long integer. When it will be integer, when it will be long integer, depends on the length, the size of the number. So till 5 it will be integer, but this is more than 5. In such case, then it have to be long integer. Such a way we are finishing and we are talking about the ID, the first case, and any table having an ID field. Over. Now in case we have names within our table, like that is human names, that is countries, that is cities, that's items, that's products, all of these are set of alphabetics, that is short text. Yes. And after that you have to decide the field size. Of course, yes. Don't leave it the default size, that is 255. Don't leave it like this, otherwise you are going to lose marks. Don't leave it such a way like this, 255. Please get down to the field properties and change it to the suitable one. Depends on what? Depends on your table. Okay, if I get back over here, for example, I have customer or client name and I have address. Both are text, short text. Then the most important to decide the length, could be 15, could be 20, could be 25. As I said, that is multiplied 5. Yes, of course. Now another example, if we have address, then that's, as I said, it will be short text, and you have to get and to visit the field size 15, 20, 25, depends. And examples of the data, it could be Brahmi, it could be University of Brahmi. So the lengths of these two are different. Brahmi is shortest than University of Brahmi. Yeah, of course. Another case, another examples, if you have a field called nationality, you need to provide a nationality of your table registers. So that's a short text. You need to write Romani, you need to write Sudani, you need to write Pakistani, you need to write Hindi, or whatever. So it is, you need to write alphabetics, then it will be short text. Then you have to decide the field size. Okay, we said that for any website or an email, so keep it as hyperlink and don't do anything within the field properties, please. Why we have to select it as hyperlink? Because when we keep it as a hyperlink, and when we click on that data, I want to send an email to my employee, simply no need to take a headache about opening the website and providing or writing the email. Just click on that email, because it is a link, it will take you directly to where? To that website, and open the email. That's it. So this is a useful for whom? For the data entry, not for you. You are just a designer to simplify the things for the data entry user. Keep it as simple as can, please. Another example of field, we call it yes no field. Yes no field means the data within this column, it could be one of two. That's yes or no. As examples, we say the gender, we have two types of genders in the world. That's male or female, that's boys or girls, for example, like this. So commonly they said, or they decided that yes for the first options, male are yes and female are no, boys are yes, girls are no, such a way. Another case or example of this yes no field, status. This employee, this student, married or unmarried. So make the things simpler for the data entry, instead of to make him writing married, not married, married, not married. How many times? We don't know. Depends on the records, right? And could be chances of spelling mistakes. So make the things easier for the data entry user. So just yes or no. That's it. Click if it is yes. Leave it if it is no. That's it. Another example, sponsor. This is a student, a sponsor from the government, or he's paying by himself. So government or a private student, it is yes or no. If you are talking about citizen, just I want to classify it, my student, he's a citizen. So, or either he's a foreigner. One of two choices only. He's Omani or he's a foreigner, just only one of two informations. So that is why it have to be as yes or no field. Just keep it the data type over there like that, and you will not do anything within the field properties. Keep it as it is, same like the field of the hyperlink data type. Got it? Now let us move to another scenario, that is phone number. Phone number, it is a number, yes, of course, but sometimes there is a hyphen, the face number for the region, the second number for the for the telephone, or that is could be country code. So you need to separate between them. You need to provide plus sign. It is a number, it is a telephone number, yes, of course, but to write it as it is, don't have an options rather than to select it as short text. So phone number, yes, of course, but it is short text. Why? In case of if we have a separator, we have a hyphen, we have a plus sign, then don't have other choice than to select it as short text. And this has become a routine practice. Means whenever you have short text, please get down to the field properties and decide a suitable size to utilize your story. This become a routine, right? So short text, it is of this field size. Over. Now another scenario, that is for field amount. Amount, that means something to be paid, currency. That's why the data type have to be of a currency data type. Amount should be a currency, and the default currency symbol, that is currency, that's dollar sign, that's dollar sign. So if we need to type or to keep a symbol as our own, Omani Riyal for example, that is UAE Dirham, that is KSA Riyal, whatever, depends on what, depends on the data you want to enter it. So let us focus here only on two. We have a common data types format of the currency. Within the practical I will show you, or we need to customize it by our own, like this one. So in such case you have to provide it within this hashtags, and then you have to write this the currency symbol, and then the format of the number. So amount field could be price, could be salary, could be cost, could be tax, could be rent, or others, but we need it in such format. In such way we have to write our own format from the field properties, and we have to decide which format we want, otherwise we will keep it within the default one, that is dollar. This is regard the amount field. Now if we come to the dates, that's date of birth, that is date of firing, that is date of entering, that's date of flight, that is a date at the end of the day. So of which type, date or time. From the second column we have to decide as date or time, and over here we have to be concerned about the format of that date. We have three of them: short date format, medium date format, or long date format. When you have to select this one or that one, depends on the data within your table. In such case, like this one, day as number, month as number, and the year as number, of course, then this is the short date format. Okay, if we have the name of the month instead of a number or a digit, then that could be one of two, medium or long. But the name of the month itself in short means it is not fully. So in such case, that format of this date, it will be a medium date, and this is the example front of you. Last, if we need to enter a date within our database in such way: the name of the day, the number of the day, the name of the month, last the year. In such case, this is a long date, so it is long date format. You don't have options rather than to select it as long date format, and then you can provide it by the way you want. So inside the exam, please, if you are selecting any data types, if you are selecting any fields or field properties or field formats, and when you are trying to enter your data and you are not able to do so, then please simply get back to the table design and move to that specific field, change the field data types, save the change, and do once uh, change within your or updates within your table, and try to find out that will be acceptable or not. Otherwise, you have to visit where you have to get back to the field properties. So last point within this class, data types, it will not fall within our course usage, like what? Long text or OLE object or attachment, calculated or lookup result. What I want to say, I'm trying to say that for any reason, don't select these types of data types for any reasons. This is not fall within our course. We will not use it. Simply when I find it inside the exam, I will give you wrong. Simply. Simply. And not only that, keep in your mind, you have to provide two things within the exams: data type plus the field properties for any field. So whenever you are select long data type, automatically that field properties, it will be wrong. So you are losing the whole things. For example, or what I'm trying to say, for example, if there is date, you are select the date as date or type, but you are not select any things or not the right things from the format, then you will lose half mark. But if you are selecting for the dates as long text, for example, then you are losing two things. You are lost two things: the data type plus the field properties marks, both of them. So I'm keeping this data types over here. Please don't use it for any reason. You have to select what we have mentioned at the beginning of this table, or within this table within this class, and this is your class for today. Any doubt, any clarification needed, please, that is through WhatsApp till as I said, till 2 p.m. Then otherwise I will have to answer it on next day. So I'm going to stop here and waiting for your feedback. Thank you so much.